I think that the biggest crook here, or the biggest fault, or who is to blame, is media.
Correct.
Media does a terrible job. It almost brainwashes you, perhaps not on purpose, right? But to get to
Mm,
make Aladdin looking really nice, you need the bad guy. You always need a bad guy, right? And I'm not talking about Brazilian media. I mean, this is fed from other countries into Brazil, right? So I'm not talking about Brazilian media. I mean, I'm just saying that there is this, wash in the world, but also in Brazil. But at the same time, it's not that Brazilians don't know. They do know about the Arab world because, like I said, there's almost 13 million Arabs, at 12 point something, 8 million Arabs in Brazil living, especially from the Levant region. So Palestine, uh, Syria,
Lebanon.
the Levant, the Lebanon, a lot of Lebanese. But the thing is, so they have Arabic food.
Mm,
No, one of the biggest fast food, Arab fast food chain in the world is in Brazil. It's called Habib's, right?
hmm
And they eat Arab foods. They have Arab in our vocabulary. We see Arab things every day. We everything. Arab is part of our daily life. So Brazilians do know. It's just that they don't notice that is Arab. And that's why, again, I've written the book, Learn How to Do Business in the Arab World. And the first few chapters, instead of me telling you how to, the protocol of you being an Arab world, you kiss a woman, you don't kiss, shake hands, you take it with the right hand, left hand, whatever. Before any of that, I show the Brazilians, guys, first of all, I know there's a lot of prejudice. I know you guys are bipolar, but stop and think about it. Did you see your food? Oh, it's Arab. Yeah. Did you see your neighbor? Oh, Muhammad. Yeah, that's Arab. Yes. Okay. Now, our vocabulary, inshallah, oshallah, alface, usually words that start with al. In Brazil, in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, it's not really Portuguese. We've adapted a little bit the language. It is Portuguese, but I'll call it, for the sake of this podcast, I will say it's uh, Brazilian Portuguese. We have a lot of Arab vocabulary.
Succar,
Sucre, yes,
rose,
aceiton, all of it. Yeah,
azeitona, limon,
yeah, 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 yeah.
maquiagem.
Even for example, alazão is a horse from the north of Brazil. Usually, in the northern part of Brazil, they call it alazão, which is a nice big horse. Alazão is al hisan, the horse. So a lot of things, inshallah or shallah, and so much, so much. So Arab is in our daily lives. I'm pretty sure that out of five Brazilians, one at least is Arab, or is descendant of an Arab, or knows an Arab. So I'm just yeah, I'm just showing the Brazilians that it's there. And once they get used to it, the media becomes, now they understand. Oh, come on, now I understand. Muhammad, my neighbor, is actually not like that I see on the media. And Ali, my other neighbor, actually is not rolling in dollars and petrodollars. He's just an ordinary guy. So, and then once you put down the prejudice and you understand and you accept, then you're ready to do business in the Arab world.
Yes, because also, Rafael, our cultures are so similar. This culture of family and, you know, personal relationships and respect. There are many similarities between the Brazilian and Arab culture, wouldn't you say?
100% matriarch. Our mothers are the bosses of the house.
Mhm.
Our fathers pretend to be the boss. Outside the house, they say they're the boss, but in the house, it's the mother that is the boss. The mother is the one that takes care of the family. The mother is the one that decides what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. Our grandmothers are the one that give the advice. We have the family gatherings and things like that. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So that's why we get along so well. That's
Mhm.
why Brazilians are so dear here in the Arab world. You have no idea how Brazilians are put on the pedestal. They love Brazilians here. And in Brazil, we love Arabs. We love every time I go with the delegation, every time I present somebody from the Arab world, the Brazilians say, oh, they have so much questions to ask them. And they're gonna ask, oh, is it true that you saw the camels on the street and little things, silly things, interesting things. They just want to talk. They just want to sit. They want to oh no, I'm gonna go. No, please, Khaled, please stay in our house. Or they don't say Khaled. They say, oh, Khaled, please, Khaled, stay. And things like that. So they love it, and they want to give them food and more food and more food. And the food is what? The same thing in the Arab world. Try to go to an Emirati house, a Jordanian house, a Lebanese house, anywhere. A Sudanese house. You go to their house, you're in big trouble, my friend. You're in big trouble. You will not be able to leave that house without opening the first button of your pants. You will not. Because they're going to feed you, they're going to feed you, they're going to feed you. And it's the same thing in Brazil. We are the same.
Yes. And that hospitality, right? I always say that in the Arab world, I have never experienced hospitality like the Arab world. And people just, they don't know. And it makes me so sad.
Look, in the Arab world, you go to any hospital, at the entrance of the hospital, you're going to have dates and Arabic coffee. Any hotel, especially in Dubai, you go to any hotel, 5-star or 1-star. I don't know if there are there 1-star hotels. I don't know. But anyways, anywhere you go, you will be greeted by dates and coffee, wherever. And it's part of the culture to welcome the visitor the best way they can. They'll do bahur on you, or they will offer you dates
Mm,
or coffee, whatever. You are always welcome in any Arab place, anywhere in the world.
I love it. Rafael, how's your Arabic, by the way? Do you speak fluently?
No, not fluently. I speak Arabic, yes,
Okay.
not fluently. Actually, I'm an analphabet. How do you say it? Illiterate? Illiterate. Is that how you say it?
No,
I can't
illiterate
write.
is you don't know how to read and write. Oh, in Arabic.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm actually illiterate in Arabic.
Illiterate
Yeah.
in
So I
Arabic.
know, yeah. So I know the letters, Aleph, Ba, Ta,
Ta,
Da.
tha,
I
jim,
can speak
kaf.
Arabic, of course, on the streets and, to begin business and everything, yes. But no. And you know why I'm not fluent in Arab? I can speak,
Yes,
but I'm
why?
not fluent because 10% of the population in the UAE is Emirati. So all the 90% of the people here, they don't speak Arabic. And because
Yeah.
I grew up here, it's very difficult for you actually even to find somebody speaking in Arabic. Of course, there are a lot of Arabs in the Arab world, in the UAE. I have plenty of Egyptians, Tunisians, Moroccans, whatever, Djiboutians, whatever, Yemeni, what you have many Arab speaking people here in the UAE, but I'm not sure it's the largest population in the UAE is of Egyptians, is of Indians, for example,
Mm, mm.
So it's a cosmopolitan world. And you know very well, being Brazilian in the US and whatever, that if you don't practice the language, you cannot keep it up for a long time. So I speak today because I learned it in school, of course, every single day in school during all my years. But I practice when I go to other countries, on business trips, on missions, or whatever. So there are countries that they speak less English, not as much. Right? For example, Saudi Arabia, they speak a lot of English. Everywhere you go, most places speak English. But still, the taxi drivers in Saudi, they still speak basically Arabic,
Mm.
and in Egypt as well, Um, so there are countries where the Arabic is and that's why it's an Arab country,
Right.
The, for an Arab country to be Arab, the official language has to be Arab. So there are 22 countries that you speak Arabic, and that's why.